What's the deal with airplane peanuts?
Everyone sitting in the front row at the LA Improv last week got a whole lot more than they paid for after comedian Natasha Leggero followed Bert Kreischer's shirtless antics on stage with an impromptu striptease of her own. After the insane crowd reaction, Natasha performed the rest of her set bare-chested with a jacket partially covering her cans, leaving the crowd and fellow comedians completely stunned. In the video posted by TMZ, you can even hear Bert yelling, "I gotta take my pants off now."
I gotta take my pants off now.
The night after this all went down in California, Natasha took to her Instagram to share these photos from her topless show with the caption reading, "Bert took his shirt off, so I did too." Improv said not to post, but TMZ already did, so F it. Should female comics be able to do the same thing as male comics? Because I've also been thinking about trying to f my opener.
Male comics are always coming up to me and they're like, "Hey Natasha, don't you think you're a little attractive to be a comedian?" And I'm like, "Don't you think you're a little ugly to be talking to me?"
After reading her quote on Instagram about the rules for male versus female comics, the mainstream media has begun to spin Natasha's viral moment into a stance for women attacking double standards in comedy. Which is a pretty strange argument to make, because when it comes to being topless on stage, I think it's safe to assume almost 100% of female comedians would prefer to not get naked on stage, and if anything, Natasha's stunt proved that technically, women can feel free to strip on stage just like male comics. In fact, they'll end up getting even more attention. The other explanation might sound even crazier considering that Bert and Natasha are good friends, but there is a chance that this impulsive moment happened after Natasha saw that Bert Kreischer was shirtless when calling her on stage, and if she hasn't seen Bert perform often and didn't know that it was his thing to always be shirtless, this may have just been a spontaneous way to keep the energy up after following Bert, simply going topless for good vibes. Now it does seem unlikely that these two longtime LA comedians are not familiar enough with each other for Natasha to know that Bert takes his shirt off at every show, but then again, she also had somehow never heard the Machine story even while it was being turned into a blockbuster film, so it's safe to assume Natasha Leggero is no Bert expert.
Yeah.
I wasn't a drinker until I got involved with the Russian mafia. I was not a drinker at all.
You're involved with the Russian mafia?
No, you never heard that story? I'll tell you the story.
Are you really?
Yeah, you know that story.
No, Bert, I don't know this. You're in the Russian mafia, but aren't you supposed to not say anything?
No. Not when I got involved. When I went to Russia, when I was 22. You know this story. And I robbed a train. You've never.
What?
Wait. This is so fucking.
What?
This is so good. You have this house. You're the one person.
What?
Well, you know my nickname, the Machine, right?
No, Bert.
Are you serious? Oh, this is awesome. Sweet. Are you being okay? So yeah. So okay, hang on. So you know that like I drink a lot, right?
I mean, I gathered that because you said it stopped working.
Okay, no.
Like we touched on at the beginning of this video, there's now been hundreds of articles written overnight that are trying to use this event to make a larger stance about unfair double standards towards women in comedy. Using Natasha's Instagram caption, "Should female comics be able to do the same thing as male comics," as fuel for their fire. Comparing Bert taking his shirt off to women being treated unfairly in comedy doesn't make a whole lot of sense, however. Because if a female comic wanted to become the next Bert Kreischer and started only performing shirtless, those shows would sell out in literal seconds. She would end up with a bigger tour than Bert, doing 100-city arena tours where the audience is all full of dudes not paying attention to a single joke, basically the female version of Matt Rife. But even just thinking about what happens at Matt Rife shows is insane, and he's a guy with his shirt on.
Like a girl will yell out in the middle of a show like, me or something wild that people yell at these shows.
Whatever prompted this magic moment at the LA Improv, it definitely got more eyes on Natasha's stand-up. And after now making multiple Instagram posts about the whole situation, it doesn't seem to have any real downsides from her point of view. It is highly doubtful that this will become her new thing, but I'm sure she's gained more than a handful of new fans along the way.
When people go, "Why do you take your shirt off?" No one asks me that when I'm in Florida. They go, yeah, he takes his shirt off.
Because they have their shirts off too.
Dude, that's what you do. Shit gets out of control, you rip your fucking shirt off. That's what you fucking do.
Guest spots from last week. Joe Rogan had on Giannis Pappas, Joey Diaz, and a fight companion. Two Bears, One Cave was Bert and Jake Johnson. Kill Tony this week was with Derek Poston and Hassan Ahmad. We Might Be Drunk did not have a guest. Robert Kelly was on Are You Garbage. Ari Shafir was a guest on Whiskey Ginger. Trevor Wallace was on Tiger Belly. Carmen Lynch was on the Giannis Pappas Hour. Bad Friends had on Rudy and her sister. And YMH spoke with Sam Talent.
Would you rather have a huge cock, like the cock of your dreams, but you're short for a man? Whatever that is.
Yeah,
like what's
both
Napoleon?
experiences would be brand new for me.
That's right, you're tall, dude.
I'm huge.
What are
like you're as small as Napoleon.
Yeah, I'm 7'4".
7'4".
I'm huge, yeah.
Or would you be
so you're this
you're
scenario.
a big dick and you're short, but you're or be super tall, like tall, or have a small one?
Been there. Yeah. I want a different ride. Yeah. If you're 4'10", and you have like a parking cone,
a piece,
you're gonna be famous. They're gonna put you in movies,
and everyone's gonna talk about you. Even if you go, I don't want this to get out. Guess what? It's getting out. Yeah, everyone's gonna be, your friends, your guy friends are gonna be like, fucking little Sammy's dick is crazy.
It is nuts.
This past weekend with Theo Von hasn't posted since the Shane episode. Cole Beasley was on Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast. Bert Kreischer was on the brand new Wayback Podcast hosted by Ryan Sickler. The Blocks Podcast had on Heather McMahon. Being Ian with Jordan welcomed Todd Barry. Brandon Wardell and Patrick Doran visited Stavi's World. Brad Williams was on You Know What Dude. Chad Daniels went on Soder. And Shane Torres was on Only Fiends. As far as new stand-up comedy specials are either out right now or coming out soon, Dusty Slay's debut Netflix special titled Working Man is out right now, and everyone seems to be really enjoying that one. We also have Andy Haynes' The Suggested Comedy special out on YouTube, along with Des Bishop of All People. In addition, Josh Wolf posted an hour and 12-minute video titled The Full Bachelor Party Set, and Tony Casillas just released a mini special on YouTube titled Millennial Man.
The one sport I am good at is bowling. I'm good at bowling. Woo! No one respects my sport. You civilians use bowling as a date night. I can't take a girl on a date bowling. I get too into it. I bring my balls, I wear the glove. Halfway through, she's like, what if we put up bumpers? I'm like, bitch, my name's on the wall. People know me here. You see Barb in the corner smoking a cigarette through a neck hole? Surprisingly, she talks, you know? I don't need to show up on my Monday league and she's like, I saw Tony bowl with bumpers. What a pussy. So how about you throw a ball, because I ain't getting hard right now, bitch.
Also, a few specials in the works right now. Jeff Dunham, I'm With Cupid is coming out on February 3rd on Comedy Central, followed by Taylor Tomlinson, Have It All, which premieres globally on Netflix February 13th. And Mike Epps has a brand new special coming out February 20th titled Ready to Sell Out. Be sure to follow Joke World on Instagram and check the link in that bio to get some free Joke World stickers sent your way. And if you've already claimed your free stickers and want more ways to represent the channel, feel free to check out our merch store using the link in the description of this video below. Keep an eye out for a few more videos coming out this week, along with the best of January in just 8 days. Thanks for watching.
At Joke World. That's it, at Joke World.
And the world is WRLD.
That's a great YouTube channel, Joke World. Check it out.